By popular request, I am here to bring you guys another Rose Petals energy reading, the types of readings I invented here on YouTube. And as you can see, I have here a bowl of pink petal flurry romance. So let's dive straight in. Hi everyone, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. Welcome to another Rose Petals energy reading. This is one of my most requested types of readings here on this channel. I started them here on YouTube, but I took a break from doing them because I struggled to find roses. But now that I have been able to source some roses, I decided to get some pink petaled roses for you guys. They look a little bit worn out because I was waiting for them to wither so that I may use them in this pick a card reading for you guys today. So without further ado, let's find out messages of love, compassion, and understanding as I can read them from the energy of rose petals. I thought of giving you eclipse lunar symbols because I'm releasing this reading during Mabon, the autumn equinox, which happens to coincide in the year of our Lord 2025 in September with the new moon in Virgo eclipse. So this is why I thought of giving you a choice of two porcelain plates that represent half moons. So for you, group 1, I have this black half moon. And for you, group 2, I have this blue half moon. They are usually decorative bowls in which you can put your rings or crystals, but I thought of just using them as options for you guys today because they fit the energy of the new moon in Virgo. So take a moment right now to tap into the energy of one of these symbols. The one that you feel pushes you from your gut is the one that you should select. Okay, and if you have made your choice, then let's jump straight into the rose petals flurry and find out what messages of love, compassion, and understanding are available to you at this magical point in time. See you at your pile. Hi group 1, hello my loves, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to your rose petal energy reading focused on messages of love, understanding, and compassion. So this is for those of you that were drawn to this black half moon. Happy new moon in Virgo eclipse. I hope you're doing well and that you are safe wherever in the world you find yourself. I'm going to put it over here so you know that you are at your correct pile. And I'm going to use my besom. Just clean the energy a little bit. There we go. Now we're ready to pour your flowers. This is the really fun part of the reading. So, okay. Now, let's see. What can the rose petals tell me about love, understanding, and compassion? I see a broken winged person, an angel that has a wing that has been soiled, torn, muddied. You suffered a great injustice. You felt like life clipped your wings, and you find it difficult to open up to other people. You're struggling to kind of get in touch with your higher self because of this. You no longer believe in a higher power, or your faith has dwindled. It's almost as if you can't take flight anymore. You feel very grounded, heavy, too much in touch with the earth, almost like the earth is swallowing you up. But remember that you once could fly, metaphorically speaking, if not literally. You once had a spring in your step. You once felt a little bit more lighthearted, and that you can regain your color, you can regain your love, your lust for life. It only takes a change of mindset, because reality hasn't exactly changed. It always contained good and evil. It's just your mindset has changed, and that's why life is so heavy and so unbearable. But even though you may not love the divine, even though it's hard for you to get in touch with the higher power, You are loved and cherished and protected by God, angels, and ascended masters from the world beyond the veil. I see blushing cheeks. I see somebody putting on lipstick with a bit of gloss on top. I see a kiss. Somebody's about to receive a kiss soon. I see ice cream. Somebody is either eating ice cream while watching this or is about to go out and get some ice cream. I see pleasure, sugar. I see delight. I see that somebody's tummy is going to be made to feel quite satisfied and comforted by something sweet. I also feel like somebody's watching you. I don't know if you can see it, but this looks to me like it has eyes and there's a face. There's a veiled person watching you, somebody whose identity you don't know. Somebody who could be a fan if you are a public figure in any way. If you put yourself out there on social media, this is a person who follows you under a fake account. You are receiving the help and support through comments, likes, subscriptions, all sorts of things through which fans can get in touch with you from a veiled individual, somebody whose identity remains yet unknown, and this person likes it like that for the time being. I'm not getting that this is a creep or a stalker. This is just somebody who likes to be discreet and subtle, but they are really enjoying what they're seeing from you, what you're posting. I also feel like this is a person in your neighborhood, maybe a neighbor or somebody that you see daily, maybe somebody from a grocery store, in an administrative building, and this person really feels happy when they see you. When you walk by, maybe the front of their shop, and they see you, they just feel like smiling, you know. It makes their day a little bit more bearable. So you truly are a delight for people. And I think that this person has also thought about undressing you at some point. Yeah, definitely. But I think that for you it will be very interesting to find out who this veiled person is. You may have a dream about this person at a point in time. Maybe not now, but I'm hearing in 3 days' time from when you see this reading, you're going to have a dream about a veiled person that unmasks themselves. So keep a dream diary close by and write down whatever symbols you catch from your dreams. I'm seeing a confession. You're going to have a really important conversation with a family member, potentially with a mother figure, about an important aspect, an inheritance, the death of a relative, some sort of arrangements like preparing a wedding, a birthday bash, or a funeral. There's something important happening in your family and you need to have a really serious conversation with your mother about it. I think it involves planning. Your mother is also going to share with you something that may low-key shock you because you are not prepared to find that out. She may just say it as a trifle, like in passing. Oh, and by the way, this thing happened to me when I was 5 years old. And you're like, what? There's going to be something that will really, your mother will say something, and what she says will activate something really powerful inside of you. Like a trigger that leads to deeper awareness. You're going to change the way you see her when you hear what she says. Like your perception of your mother figure is going to drastically change. If you no longer have a mother that is alive and is able to talk to you, this is either a relative or a woman with authority that you usually go and talk to. She's just casually going to drop an awareness bomb in your life. And it's important for you to hear this at this point in time of your development so that you can grow and evolve. Words that open you up, words that are casually spoken that carry a really important weight. Almost like a Tower card in the Major Arcana. A conversation that changes the way you see a person, a woman in position of some sort of authority in your life that you saw in a very different light before this conversation. I also see a microphone. I don't know why, but this to me looks like a microphone. Somebody will get on stage, maybe for a comedy stand, maybe, you know, just trying to crack some jokes in a pub on a Friday night, or try to do some karaoke with some friends. Some of you are actually preparing for a performance. It could be part of a school or theater group. And I see that you're going to be well liked. You will be successful. I feel that people are going to take a liking to you because you look very approachable and vulnerable, and you seem very down to earth. So it would be great to have a humble approach to this moment, even though you feel like it's important, like you trained a lot or practiced a lot. It's good not to have a false sense of pride. Appearing in front of people, you don't have to doll yourself up a lot. You don't have to wear a lot of makeup or dress in fancy clothes. I see you appearing on stage in jeans and like a dark t-shirt. And that's enough. People will love your energy, not so much how you look. It's just how you come across that will be more important. What you say, how you say it, how you relate to them, how you interact with them. That's gonna be much more important than if you have sweaty armpits or the latest Yves Saint Laurent lipstick on your lips. So this is going to be a moment in which you understand that people can like you, can accept you, can make you feel like you belong, even if you don't put a lot of weight on how you look. Your skills are going to shine brighter in front of other people than your looks or your gender. Okay. Some of you are going to start creating some pretty weird hairdos. I feel that some of you will bring back hairspray, and you're gonna want to create like very baroque ways of decorating your hair. Like you may want to, I don't know exactly how it was called, but I think it's crimple or crepe your hair, like crinkle it, make it wavy, and then try to get it to be stacked on top of your head, and try to come up with these really elaborate Marie Antoinette style kind of decorations for your hair. Like, you know, those big wigs, those big white wigs in which they used to put jewelry and birds and feathers. Something like this. Like, you're going to want to be really extravagant with how you do your hair, and you may decide to raise the hair. I'm hearing you may want to raise somebody's hair on their arms. There is a certain attraction to horror in some of your lives. There is a certain pleasure in dark romance that you will feel over the coming months. But in a way, there's a lot of compassion here, because looking at horrific love stories or looking at slasher movies, blood gushing and things of that nature kind of makes you feel like relieved. It makes you feel that by comparison, your life is okay, your life is bearable. When the movie ends and the lights come on, you feel like it's okay, I'm okay, my life is good, I really enjoy my life compared to what I've just seen. So yeah, some of you may watch the movie Saw over the coming period during the holidays, potentially for Halloween. That's weird, because that's not a message necessarily of love, but it is a message of understanding, I guess. So let's see, what else? I'm getting that an older person is a bit infatuated with you. There is potentially an older man or an older woman, somebody with a very wrinkled face, who really enjoys your company. But it's more than that. This is not just a grandma or a grandpa that likes to keep you around. This is somebody who hasn't reached really old age. This is somebody in their 50s, 60s, around the time of their Saturn return, which happens, the second Saturn return usually happens around the age of 56, 57, 58. And I feel like this person, they want to make you theirs. This could be an older, richer person who is having a little bit of a midlife crisis and wants to get in touch with you for some reason. I mean, obviously, I guess the reason is because you're awesome and gorgeous, but there is something more here. It's almost like this person wants to relive their youth through this relationship with you. Like they're afraid of dying, and you give them life, you give them hope, you give them purpose. I also feel like you shouldn't be afraid of darker feelings. I'm hearing little by little, and I'm very drawn to this very small piece. Little by little, you will be able to overcome heavy feelings. If you are feeling sad or depressed or overwhelmed, exhausted, then it's important for you to put one foot forward and deal with each emotion at a time. Rest is really important. Sleep as much as you can. I see here that you will have friends that will support you in the coming period. At least 1, 2, or 3 of them are going to come up. This is the energy similar to the 3 of Cups. So merriment, going out with friends, feeling like you can relax, like you can enjoy life. I'm also guided to say that better times are coming. That's what I'm hearing. I almost tripped over what I was trying to say. It's almost like you don't believe that better times are possible, but they are coming. I do feel like you were drawn to the black half moon, almost because you may be feeling like your heart is black or blackened by life's challenges. Painted black. That's what I hear. So I am here to let you know that sometimes this darkness contrasts color very beautifully. Look at it. Look at the pink surrounding the dark. So no matter how dark it gets inside of yourself, in your mind, on your alley, it will all eventually lead towards a more powerful contrasting of all the colors that exist in the world. You are now providing a substance of contrast, and beautiful experiences are drawn to you to create a sort of equilibrium. So you can persist in your darkness if this is what you wish. You can continue to entertain negative feelings, to wallow a little bit in them, to bask in them, because you are going to begin to attract the opposite just through the sheer magnetic force of your field. You're creating right now a dark energy field around you because you may be tired, you may be sad, you may be angry, you may be frustrated. And paradoxically, you are not attracting the same thing. You're attracting its opposite. You're attracting light, friendship, happiness. You're attracting relaxation and relief. I see this as a pen, and I feel like this is a really important message. You need to paint, you need to write, you need to draw, you need to pick up something sharp or something like a long tool. I know it sounds a bit kinky, but stay with me with this, okay? And do something with that tool, create something with it. It can be a wand, it can be a paintbrush, it can be a crayon, a pencil, a pen, a fountain pen, a marker, but you have to, I see your hand needing to create something. Instead of just buttoning all the time on your phone or swiping, right? Your hands need to be used in a different way. Your fingers need to be used in a different way, creatively, yeah? I'm also hearing, don't be afraid to make a mess. Make a mess. I give you permission to make a mess. And I'm also hearing its counterpart, make amends. It would be wonderful if you could write a letter to your ancestors, to members of your family that you are not on speaking terms with, and tell them your woes, tell them your problems. I see here a number of ancestors over here to the side. Yeah, so over here. I see them lined up, almost like they're waiting for you to say something, to do something. And I also see this one that dropped right underneath the camera. So it's almost like you're next in line. You're next in line. But this shouldn't worry you because nothing bad is coming your way. It's just that you need to understand that you are part of a progression of development and human energy and materialization that began with one of your ancestors, and then they give birth to the other one and the other one and all the way up to you. Yeah. So this is an honor and it's a privilege. And even though you may not get along with people in your family or agree with the values of your family, you are still part of a kin. And I think you need to be reminded of that, because there are moments when you're spinning out of control and you do not find the world to be safe. But you need to understand that you are also part of the world, and your ancestors were part of the world, and things always had the capacity to suck or to be awful, but things also could be wonderful if we choose to see them in this way. So you do belong, you do have a center here, you do have a core here, and you are going to unfold this truth in the coming period. You're going to go through more experiences that are going to show you just how much you belong and just how loved and cherished you are, right? People want to hold you, as you can see here. People want to wrap their arms around you, give you a great big comforting hug, because you're not alone, sweetie, and you are going to survive and you're going to thrive. You already are. You just have to become more aware of this energy that you're naturally doing. Bring it up to the conscious mind so that you stop living so deeply into the shadows that have become like a taco. Like a taco, these shadows are keeping you wrapped up, when in reality you should be held by the arms of the people that want to love you, not by your fears or swaddled in your pains. So clear that energy, complete those emotions, change those thoughts. You can do it. It's called doing the work. And once you do this, get ready for the world to just open its arms to you. Okay, my little love taco? Yeah? You've got this. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. I hope this helps. And I'm going to move on now to create Group 2's reading. See you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hello Group 2, hello my loves, welcome to a Rose Petals energy reading. So I'm really happy to have you here with me today. I can already pick up on the fact that you guys are my chill group. You are really unbothered. It's like the world could be on fire in front of you and you would just get the popcorn and sit and watch it burn. I'm getting a very chill, brave, and like an energy that is filled with strength, deep inner strength from you guys. So this is the choice for those of you that were drawn to this blue half moon. I hope that you are keeping safe and that you are well during this new moon and Virgo eclipse. I hope that you are welcoming the autumn equinox as it wants to be welcomed, with a lot of hope and a lot of excited preparations for the colder seasons. And I hope that you are cozy. I'm going to use my besom right now to just clear up some of the debris from Group 1's reading. There we go. Some of you will be Capricorns, or you have like very strong Saturnian energy. Where are my Capricorns at? I love you guys. Okay, so let's see. This is your bowl with rose petals. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a whirl. This is the really cool part of the reading. So let's plunk it to the ground. Okay. Incoming avalanche. So let's see. I am getting a feeling that you guys are just about to be flooded with attention. You're going to be the well-connected sweetheart of a given situation. A lot of people are going to come to you for advice. A lot of people are going to want to share their situations with you. You are going to be in hot demand. I feel that because you love being of help, you are going to contribute to this service that you provide people. In the cases in which you are offering services as your business, you are about to be flooded with clients. There may be something that is happening in the collective, maybe some piece of anxiety-provoking news, and people are going to come to you for advice, for clearing, for please show me a path, I'm confused, I'm frustrated, and you will have to help people, a large number of people, contain and control their emotions. You will help them process their situation in order for them to extract wisdom from whatever it is that they're going through, so that they will stop being at the mercy of their fears. So that's the first message with all this flurry of petals. Oh, I see somebody kind of like massaging your leg in beneath like very clean, crisp cotton bed sheets. Ooh, this is really nice, very sensual, like a person just kind of like slowly massaging your ankle, your calf, and kind of making their way up your thigh, you know, reaching that sweet spot. I definitely feel that you're going to have some sort of sexual action in the coming period, right? There will be some big time sensuality happening in the bedroom behind closed doors between you and somebody that you've been crushing on for a while. I also am getting the sense that some of you may be crushing on, I don't know why, but these two kind of make me think of a pale-skinned person with a lot of freckles and maybe ginger hair, like auburn, gingerish kind of hair. When you look at this person, they remind you of a beautiful combination between a sunny day and a rainy autumn landscape because of their freckles and their hair, which seem to be combining two seasons together. Some of you are going to spend some quality time with your babies, or you will have children coming towards you, making your day. I kind of feel like, for example, if you are in the park reading, all of a sudden a child is going to come next to you, sit on the bench next to you, and look at you, you know, with those beautiful, innocent, completely pure, childlike eyes. Or you may be in a cafe, in a grocery store, and all of a sudden there's a child that appears and wants to play with you, or says something to attract your attention. It's gonna be a really playful exchange. You don't have to love children to enjoy this interaction. Maybe you generally have a bad idea of them, or you don't enjoy them around you because they're frustrating. I can understand that, but I have a feeling that there will be an interaction, a very small, brief interaction that you have with the child that is going to open up your heart. It's going to give you like a really beautiful memory that you will take with you and put it inside your memory bank, and you can access it for good vibes anytime when you feel angry or sad or frustrated. For others of you who have children, there's some quality time up ahead for you and your child. You could be going for a play date together, or you could be doing something fun like going to the zoo or to Disneyland, or I think you may take your little one to see a play, like a puppet play, or treat them to their favorite dessert, take them out for a haircut, you know. Wherever you guys feel comfortable, wherever you feel relaxed, that's where you guys are gonna go. Maybe you can even go to travel. I'm hearing some of you will go to see grandma or grandpa. You're gonna go to your happy place, and your child is gonna feel very happy, and they're going to fill you up, energetically speaking. You're gonna feel like this child has really filled my reservoir of happiness, and now I am filled with energy and I can take on the world. So it's gonna be like a really positive exchange between you and a child. I also am getting a sense of seduction for some of you. Yeah, the messages for group 2 seem to be hotter than for group 1, but still about love and understanding. There, I'm just going to like show you what's coming up. So there will be a parting of the ways, if you know what I mean, a parting of the legs. I think you're gonna flirt in a very dirty way with somebody that has the hots for you, and I think this may happen in a club or like in an environment that is a little bit hush-hush, like behind the table in the restaurant or in the corner of a pub or something of that nature. I also feel like you guys may attend a festival or some sort of public festival in your neighborhood, some kind of like public gathering, and you may bump into this person and maybe kind of like, it's weird, it sounds weird, but you may rub yourself against this person and vice versa, but it's not gonna be weird, it's gonna be hot because you really want this person. There's gonna be like this weird unspoken exchange of sexual desire and energy that you will have with a person that really wants to get to know you biblically, if you know what I mean. Yeah, ooh, exciting, hot. I also feel like some of you are gonna start wearing more feminine things. I don't know why, but with this really broken but very vulnerable petal, I see here a skirt, a dress. You may want to wear more skirts, more dresses, loose fitting clothes, because it makes you feel like you don't have to worry about your weight. Some of you may have lost some weight, or some of you may have gained some weight, and it's like, I don't want to wear traditional things anymore because it's just weird. They don't complement my body. They don't make me feel relaxed. So if you're trying to put on some trousers or some jeans or some like normal everyday clothing staples, you're like, I'm done with this. You know what? I'm just going to put a toga on top of me and that's it. This is gonna be my fashion statement for the coming months. So you're going to want to have more freedom of movement, and you're going to choose looser fitting clothes. Maybe even shop 2 sizes bigger than your normal size. You don't want clothes that emphasize your body shape, but clothes that can allow you to move almost like a dervish, right? You want to sway as you walk down the street, right? You don't want to sprint. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. I feel like you will be surrounded by a lot of feminine wisdom in the coming period, and some of you may even get a dog, or you may get help from a dog. I don't know why, but for some reason I saw the profile of a dog with a really sharp face, like an Afghan hound, you know, or a very elegant looking dog. And I have a feeling either you will take care of the dog of a friend, or you will adopt this kind of a dog in the coming period. You will be surrounded by a lot of feminine wisdom. Some of you, because I see these pink folds over here, some of you will participate in something like a woman's retreat, a yoni cleansing ceremony. You could participate in some sort of sacral chakra activation. You will do something spiritual with women, maybe a womb cleansing ceremony. And I feel like it's going to be a wonderful bonding time between you and other women. I'm hearing that some of you are entering menopause or premenopause, and I have the feeling that you are looking for supplements, you're trying to understand what your hormones are doing, and you're relying on the advice of women that have already been through something similar like you. So you are very, very keen to learn from them. And women are going to be supportive in a very strength-based kind of way. They're not gonna mollycoddle you or tell you like, oh sweetie, oh, you know. No, it's gonna be more like, this is my story, you can do it, you know. All you need to know is have the right tools. This is what you can do. You're gonna feel very empowered by them, you know, like, yeah, I can do it, yeah, this is gonna be okay, yeah, I'm no longer afraid, you know, I know what to do. And yeah, definitely you're going to start enjoying the transitional phase in your life in which you find yourself, without feeling so afraid or so confused or so messed up all over the place. You will not get support and advice from doctors. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat. You will get the support and advice from a group of experienced older women that have been through what you are going through. So please look for them. Look for opportunities to be together or be around, be near women with experience. Okay, whew. I feel like I need to take a breath. You may be breathless. Maybe you're watching this as you are on a treadmill or as you're taking a run in your neighborhood, in which case be careful, because your left leg may catch on something. You may hit a rock, or there may be some problem there. You may have a spasm and you may hurt yourself on the left leg. Okay, so let's see. The left side is the side of femininity. Oh, look at this. I don't know if I can pick it up. I hope it won't fall apart. There we go. Look at this. Swaddled like a baby, being made to feel secure and safe. How delightful this is. I have a feeling that in the coming period, right before you fall asleep, even though you may be burdened with worries throughout the day, even though you may be stressed out with the responsibilities you have to wake up to in the morning, right before you fall asleep, you will hit a point of grace, and this will be something that will repeat itself over the next lunar cycle, so about 28 days. I see here that you will feel almost as if you're being held in the palm of a god, a goddess, a higher deity that is kind of like holding you and kind of like rocking you back and forth like you would rock an infant that was newly born and swaddled for its own protection and kept safe. Yeah, I can even hear, like, you may even hear this deity singing you a lullaby or telling you it's going to be okay, you know, there's nothing wrong, you're just in a period in which things are changing daily, but you are facing them with a lot of courage and bravery. So it's almost like you will put your cheek onto the palm of a higher being, a higher power, God, if you want to call it like that, and you're gonna feel nurtured, protected. And this will take so much stress off of your system, especially if you have to make some important decisions in the coming period, or you are overwhelmed with paperwork, you may have tax worries, you may have home problems, you may have relationship issues. All of these will feel like you are released from them right before you fall asleep. You will feel as if God is holding you in its palms. I feel somebody with thick lips is going to talk to you, and you're gonna be so drawn to their thick lips. I feel that this could be a male presence. It's gonna be so distracting that you are going to not really understand what this person is saying, because you're just gonna be focused on their lips, and you're gonna have to ask this person to repeat themselves. So you may have some sort of like strange interaction with somebody that's conveying to you important information, mostly because you're going to be so focused on the physical aspect. But this is going to teach you something important about where your attention goes, what you value in the opposite sex, and that maybe there is a part of you that requires some maturing. I also feel like it's true, the person you'll be talking to is quite beautiful in a classical way, so it's kind of like, you know, it's understandable that you are going to be focused on that body part because it does stand out. It's quite beautiful, it's quite unique looking. I heard an ambulance outside, so it's an important message to maybe focus less on how people look and more on how people make you feel, more on what people are saying to you. I also see here a riddle. You're going to solve a riddle in the coming period. I feel like this riddle has something to do with the way in which you come across in love connections. Maybe partners used to just ghost you or leave you, walk out of your life without giving you feedback. And you've always wondered, it's like, what have I done? What is going on? Is it me? Was it you? I'm so confused. But now you are going to put two and two together, and you're going to understand what exactly happened there, what led to the demise of your personal connection. You are going to unravel a deep romantic mystery. You're going to understand. And I want you to be very kind to yourself when you understand what happened, because you may find out an aspect of your shadow self, like we talked earlier with needing to put less attention on how people look and more on how they feel or what they say to you. That's coming in contact with your shadow. That's an aspect in which you think, no, I never do that. But hey, it appears. So I think it's gonna be very important for you, my love, to focus on aspects of yourself that can be contradictory, like these two tube petals. In order to be able to come into union with another person, you need to accept some of the contradictions inside of you. And I think that the number 8 is going to be really important in your development. Okay, the number of financial, material boundaries, the number of self-worth, the number ruled by Saturn, and the number of success here on the mortal coil on Earth. So 8 is going to be an important number for you in the spiritual development and emotional maturation. Anything else? Somebody with curly hair is going to smile at you. This person may come from a distance to come and see you. This person may want to kiss you. You're going to feel really happy when you see this person. You're going to like want to put your fingers through this person's curly hair. Curly hair is adorable. Yeah, and this person again has beautiful lips. There is something here with beautiful lips, like arched lips, interesting lips. But yeah, a lot of kissing is going to happen for you in the coming period. So pucker up and get ready, okay? These are the messages that I have for you. I can't seem to feel any other message coming through. I hope that you have enjoyed this rose petal energy reading. Give me your feedback down below. I really welcome it. And thank you kindly for listening. I cannot wait to see you in my next one, and have a beautiful autumn equinox entry point. Ta-da!